fluoride talk, folks. This one here is kind of near and dear to my heart because I think it's absolutely disgusting that we have a chemical, and in Delaware, it's called hydrofluoric acid. And what this stuff is, this is the quote-unquote fluoride or sodium fluoride. Sodium fluoride is a form of it, a powdered version. But the stuff that they add to our water here in Delaware is called hydrofluoric acid. And it is created during phosphate mining. What they do, phosphate production, it's mining out of the ground. They smoke it up and shoot water into the smoke, and out of that water, the wet scrubbers and the smokestacks, that water is concentrated fluoride, and being in the liquid form is called hydrofluoric acid. So they literally take the liquid that's sprayed in the big smokestack at the fertilizer plant, and they take that water and bundle it up and put a nice shiny bow on it and say, here you go, municipality, give this to your people. It's delicious. And our municipality takes our tax dollars and they pay them for this toxic waste that needs to be buried under Yucca Mountain. And they add it to the water in the name of preventing tooth decay and cavities. Now, it is shown that that fluoride does harden the teeth, but the teeth, when they become hardened, also become more brittle and more prone to cracking. And it also has been linked to ADHD, bone cancer in males, arthritis, thyroid dysfunction, and anything going wrong with your thyroid. Look at your water source. So anyways, 100 different reasons why fluoride is bad. Fluoride is the main ingredient in rat poison. It's also the main ingredient in Prozac. And it's added to everyone's water. And you pay for it. And so Patricia Blevins, the Senate Majority Leader of Delaware, was the only one who sponsored that bill in 1996 to have state-mandated water fluoridation. We're one of the few states that actually has that, and probably one of the earliest. So we need to make a very clear message, send a very clear message to the Delaware State Legislature, and as well as other legislatures wherever you're at, to make sure that this toxic chemical is kept out of our water. It's not approved by the FDA. It's the EPA has recently come out with new studies saying the stuff isn't any good and not good for you. It causes all kinds of problems in every animal that it's ever tested in. And so, today's Independence Day. Declare water independence. Start getting on the phone and talking to your reps and telling you, I tell you the truth, man, if I'd been elected Attorney General, I would probably be putting a lot of people in prison, and it really kind of depends on how much they knew or if they took money during their campaigns around the same time as when they did that. Hint, hint, Patricia. Because if a wife puts poison in her husband's coffee and he dies, or even if he gets really sick, she goes to jail for a while, if I'm not mistaken. And they do this on a mass scale. So I think life in prison would probably be a little kind. I'm not up for the death penalty because I'd rather put them in a box and watch them scratch themselves, whatever. it'd be more torture for them to be locked up for what they've done than given the easy way out. You know, the Lord will deal with them and but they need to be taken out of our vicinity. It's bad, bad stuff. So, get on the horn, talk about fluoride. Hydrofluoric acid. Hydrofluoric acid. You drink it, it's delicious. So they say. But, and there's another one, and this one isn't even actually measured or regulated, and that's the amount of, there's some kind of pipe preservative, and they use two different kinds. One south of the canal and one north of the canal. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, but I'm sure it's some delicious stuff as well. And they're not even measuring how much they're putting in it. But it's to preserve the pipes. So if you're bleeding out of your ass, you might want to call your congressman and find out. I live on a well and I filter that water. So I haven't had any of these problems. But remember, the first person to add fluoride to the water was Hitler, and he did it in the Nazi concentration camps, and it was for the stated purpose of making the prisoners be more docile and sterile. So that's up for you to decide whether you think that's a good thing to have running down your pipes and into your children's mouths and through their systems. We wonder why all these cancers and problems are all up amongst pediatric. It's no mystery, folks. We have a lot of environmental toxins, and a lot of them we're unnecessarily being lied to about and then being purposefully given to us. So get the fluoride out of the water. Remember, crash JP Morgan, buy silver. That's the end of it. See y'all later.